What is up? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today, I want to talk about GACHIAKUTA episode 15. Honestly, blew me away. It is great. It is not even maybe. I think it's definitely my favorite episode of GACHIAKUTA so far. And I just really wanted to talk about this episode specifically because GACHIAKUTA I've been kind of down on. I feel like I've been lower than consensus rankings, in terms of how people have been perceiving Gachiakuta, at least the first half of season one, and now we're getting into the beginning of season two. But episode 15, man, is phenomenal. It's called Clash. This is following the very end, the cliffhanger of episode 14, where the cleaners, including Rudo, Engine, Zonka, Ryu, and even some other characters we just got introduced to, all getting pulled into a portal, sent underground. By the Raiders, and the Raiders are no joke because Jabber's part of them, and Jabber doesn't even seem to be like their top dog. So we know that this is going to get serious here. Here's the thing: I've been down on Gachiakuta because this is an action shonen technically, and there's really not been much action so far outside of Jabber and Zonka and Rudo in like season one. Outside of that fight, it's been a lot of like small fights. Even the Amo fight is like sort of not even a fight. It like people get captured and then they kind of get saved pretty quickly. It's not really like a fight. So for this action anime, there hasn't been much action. And not that it has to have a ton to survive, but it just feels like there's been a lot of downtime. And it just feels like the pace needs to pick up a little bit here. And that's exactly what we're getting in this episode. It's been a blast. I've really been enjoying it. This episode kicks off, and I guess is where we kick into spoilers here. If you haven't seen the episode yet, I would recommend checking out before I continue here. And then if you want to come back, do that. But yeah, I'm gonna break it down this whole episode. So all of the cleaners get portaled into this underground sewage looking kind of situation where the Raiders seem to have, a plan set up. So they get ported in. That's kind of where this episode kicks off. And pretty quickly, the boss of the Raiders has like looking at his watch. And then as soon as it ticks a certain time, a trash slide is what they call it. Like basically a mudslide, but just trash instead, comes out of one of the sewage pipes that you can kind of see right in this scene here, and it wipes away all of the cleaners except for Rudo. He grabs Rudo at the last second, but the trash wipes away all the other cleaners down into further into the this kind of maze of sewage pipes. And then that basically sets us off into this path of they're all separated now in different areas, and then all of the Raiders then go in to kind of take them all on one. Very exciting. It's classic shonen stuff, right? Classic action show thing where like everybody gets separated and then they get to do their one-on-one fights. But I love one-on-one fights, so I'm not going to complain about it, even if it's been done before. And so there's like 6 different things going on all at once right now, and it's pretty damn cool. Number one, Rudo and the boss are in that room together because all the other raiders get sent off to attack the cleaners wherever they've been sent. And the cool thing here is this did not go the route I thought. Like at first, I almost thought like the raiders are trying to wipe out the cleaners for the most part, and I guess they sort of are, except Rudo, which is what goes on here. He wants to have a conversation with Rudo, and he wants to basically just outline this pretty simple like prospect of, hey, I know these guys are kind of your friends now, but if your goal is to get up to the sphere and take it down, get revenge, that's not their goal. That's not what the cleaners do. You're with the wrong group if that's your goal. We're the group that wants to take down the sphere. So if it just sounds like our goals align. So you should be with us, not with them. Just not what I expected. Rudo still on his back foot, like feeling like he's getting cornered and he wants to escape. He wants to fight, but he doesn't have any weapons on him at the moment, kind of thing. But kind of surprised that this kind of very quickly went into the route of like just trying to say, hey, you should be with us. So join us, kind of thing. So it's cool. That's what's going on there. Next, you jump to Zonka and Jabber. This one's going to be hype. This is kind of part 2. Zonka kind of got knocked out early against Jabber last time, and now it's one-on-one. There's no Rudo there to kind of save him. This gets crazy. Jabber reveals that he has another level to his vital instrument, where his claws basically, he transforms and he has like extra big claws coming off of his regular claws that float in the air, and I'm assuming he can control them and just swipe, these massive pairs of claws at Zonka. This is going to get tough, and this kind of begs the question. So Jabber has this extra level. Does Zanka have this extra level and we just haven't seen him use it yet? Or does he not have it, but this is the episode, or this is kind of the fight where he's going to learn it? He's going to go to that next level and be able to handle Jabber. We'll see, but very exciting. Next up, we kick into Ryu, who gets visited by, of course, the only other female in this this like whole thing, at least from the Raiders. So she pops in. They kick off their fight. They're being pretty rude to each other. I think the coolest thing to me was, one, her power caught me off guard, and I think it's a cool one. But two, they just do this awesome. There's this trope in anime with fights where it's like, oh, the first character that's a little too cocky, you're like, okay, they're about to get clapped right now. And that's kind of what happens, but they did it in a really, really like cleverly written way. So like props to the mangaka who wrote this in, and then how they even did it here. But Ryu, the girl who fights with her vital instrument being a giant pair of scissors, gets paired up against a woman with hair down to the floor. And her vital instrument is clearly this comb she keeps combing her hair with. So Ryu's like, oh, sorry, girl, bad matchup. You with the long hair got paired up against the scissors girl. Here we go. And then like attacks her. Anyway, we cut to like Ryu basically waking up on the floor unconscious, like from being unconscious. And she goes, oh my God, I can barely move. Like, why is my body all jittery? And we learned that the girl she's fighting against, her hair is like electrified. The whole gist here is if she keeps combing her hair, it becomes electrified via static electricity, which people with long hair tend to, probably understand that notion. So it's basically that, but magnified. And then she flips it on and says, ooh, the girl with the all metal pair of scissors as her weapon, fighting against the girl with the electrified hair. Bad matchup for you. And it's good. It's just well written. It flipped it on her nicely. That's a sick moment. And now I'm kind of like, how does Ryu even handle this? Again, if Zanka has another level that he shows soon, maybe Ryu also has another level to her vital instrument as well. We will see how those culminate. And then the other three, like, we don't know what's happening yet, but I'm actually more excited about those, I think, than maybe the stuff we've seen so far. Engine gets sent into like this tunnel. There's like this really quiet guy hiding around the corner, but clearly Engine knows he's there and he's staring at him. Engine's just trying to talk to him. He's like, hey man, what are you feeling right now? Are you gonna attack me if I try to walk past you? What's the deal here? And this guy's just super quiet. He won't say a word. Engine's getting kind of tired of it, so he just keeps trying to talk to him. I wouldn't be surprised if there's one of those things where because this guy's quiet, it's like, oh, okay, he's like the weirdo. But then he ends up actually being like a legit threat. We'll see once that happens. But also with how well they timed up like the trash slide, I would not be surprised if the Raiders specifically sent their guys to fight certain cleaners based on matchup. Because that's kind of how it seems with the girls fighting. And, you give a weird quiet guy to Engine, maybe it's because he has like a good matchup in Vital Instrument versus him. We'll see. Then the baby, the little kid with the pacifier and his caretaker, they ended up together wherever they got sent, and they are with this cowboy guy. This cowboy guy has a freaking sweet design. He's my favorite design actually of the Raiders. And we also haven't seen what the baby and his caretaker do. Forget what their names are at this point, but that one I think could be really fun. I'm excited to see where those go. And then our onesie character, forgot their name as well. They're all new, so it's hard to remember the names. Super new, but they get sent off. They don't get a partner to dance with, to fight with. They're just on their own. But it seems like part of their power already is that they have very, very heightened senses, almost animalistically, kind of like they're wearing the big animal onesie. They can literally hear a cockroach walking on the floor. And so maybe if that's the case, maybe the heightened like hearing can help them find everybody else in the tunnels very quickly and help people out if they need it. I don't know. But there's so much going on. I love it. The action looks good in this episode, like really good. Like the Jabber fight's the one fight this season where I was like, it looked really good. The art style looks phenomenal, but just like animation wise, there hasn't been much action. There hasn't been much movement or necessity for it. And when they're moving in this episode, it looks pretty good. So I'm really happy with it. This is my favorite episode so far. I hope this is them kicking into like full gear for GACHIAKUTA, because it has just felt really slow so far. But yeah, I love it. Episode 15 is a banger. Let me know your thoughts down below on episode 15 and just where you're at with the show overall. But there you go. There's my quick run through episode 15. Let me know your thoughts on just these types of videos too, as I watch episodes, weekly, like talking about specific ones. Like maybe that's just the move going forward. We'll see. But I'm out of here for today. Thank you so much for watching as always, guys. I will see you in the next video. Subscribe if you haven't. You want to see more videos like this one? Peace.